Hi, this is Melvin Bailey, Executive Director of Community Male Empowerment Project. We're a non-for-profit organization coming out of the city of Chicago with the effort to break down the barriers that impede progress, growth, and inclusion in Chicago inner city neighborhoods. Today, we're going to talk about our mayor, beloved mayor, Mr. Ron Emanuel, how he is tearing down 200 buildings and came up with $4 million just to tear the buildings down. He's targeting the hardest hit areas, which is the hardest communities, which is particularly communities that we serve, as far as changing lives and making sure that people, that skilled and unskilled labor force can have a job, a meaningful job, as far as jobs at the building trade, electrical, plumbing, carpentry, roofing. So our goal and focus is to talk to the mayor and talk to the powers that be to let them know in the city of Chicago, we want to rebuttal his comment, no, not his comment, his actions on tearing down buildings. In the city of Chicago, them buildings can be an opportunity for young men and women to find gainful employment. Now, if he came up with $4 million, truly he can put $2 million to the side that we can hire some of these young men and women. Give us that gun, we'll give you a hammer to change your life and save a life. So we're saying, why are you going to kill opportunity to save a life? The opportunities is the buildings, you know, and the life is the life of the young men and women who's suffering in today's society. And we're working with the young men on, we call it CCC, conversation, character, and conduct. Because once we work on their conversation, we work on their character, and we work on their conduct, we know they'll be ready to go to find employment in the city of Chicago and abroad. You can go to our YouTube, you can go to our website. Either you can Google Community Male Empowerment Project. We're going to let the mayor and the powers that be know this is not just a community male effort, this is a community effort. And we have a lot of people on board to making sure that our voice be heard. We are going to be coming to you. It's going to be several video clippings that we're going to spread out to show our actions, show people that's employed. Go talk to the young men and women on the corners, and they will share with you and share with our audience that with a job they can change their lives, and that's our goal and focus, to get these guys an opportunity before another baby get hurt in the city of Chicago.
We're standing in front of a building that Mayor Ron Emanuel came out in the news media maybe a week ago saying that he needed to tear down 200 buildings, came up with $4 million to tear down 200 buildings, to say the buildings are drug-infested, gang-infested buildings. We share with him, we beg to differ. We're saying turn the buildings over to grassroots organizations, to community groups, so they can rehab the building, provide jobs for young men and women in the community, skilled and unskilled labor force, so we can change these buildings around and change some lives around. We're standing in front of this building, this one of the buildings that Ron Emanuel is saying that he's going to tear down. And you look at it, this is a great 3-unit building. I mean, you bring the bulldozer out, next thing you know, this is what happens. And then if you're gonna tear the building down, we would realize that some buildings need to be torn down. But let's use some people from the community to help tear down this building. This is a building, you think about it, we got African-American demo contractors in the ward. And you use some African-Americans so the young men in the community can identify with people that look like them, so they can play a part in the process. Okay, like I stated before, here's a property here that's slated for the demolition list. As you can see, great structure to the building. You know, the lintels look good. As you can see, you need some changes in the building. As far as windows, okay, that's a given. That's obvious, you need new windows. But look at the structure, look at the framework inside the unit. As you can see, the walls are still good in the property. But there's no reason this building should be torn down when we can create some jobs. Man, you look at it, from windows, roofers, plumbers, electricians, laborers. Them are a great opportunity for people in the community that suffer with social profiling, with limited education. We can give them the skills that they need, that they can be successful for the rest of their lives, especially in the plumbing and electrical and heating industry.
We see Ron Emanuel effort, the mayor effort, his focus is tearing down the properties. Our focus is to keep the properties up And if you're going to tear them down, hire some people from the community to tear down the property. Now, here's this press release. We got a press release with Ron Emanuel saying that today he announced that the city of Chicago and Chicago police came up with the idea of tearing down property for gangs, violence, and drugs. And then down here again, he allocated $4 million to tear down the property. And so what we have done, we came up with petitions. And with our flyers and our petitions, we want to put a moratorium on Ron Emanuel to stop tearing down property until you get the community involved. You cannot just tear down property without properly engaging the community by having community meetings, community forums, and community input. So that's why we came up with these petitions. And the petitions is strictly where the citizens support this very important issue. The petition is to create jobs around vacant and abandoned and foreclosed properties. And then that's our way at Community Male Empowerment Project, and our partners with our community organizations, because it's Community Male and other organizations feel the same way. That's why we all got together across the city